Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host Jay. I'm here with my co-host Micah.
Hey.
Tiara.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. This is a preview for episode 229, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. I just want to say this is available to stream on Peacock right now. I think they're running a deal. It's like $1.99 a month or something because I had to buy it.
What?
Yeah, $1.99 a month for a year. I think it is.
What?
So yeah,
I just signed up for Peacock again to watch that movie, and I had to pay $5. What in the world?
Yeah, well, you fucked all the way up. That's 5 months worth.
Maybe it's for like new people because I had Peacock.
Oh yeah, that's where you fucked up. She used a different email address. The log line for this movie: in the aftermath of a huge scandal, Trinitie Childs, the first lady of a prominent Southern Baptist megachurch, attempts to help her pastor husband, Lee Curtis Childs, rebuild their congregation. This is directed by Adamma Ebo, starring Regina Hall, Sterling K. Brown. And look, this is one to see. if you're waiting to hear our review and then watch it, that's a mistake. You need to watch this. But check that out. Again, it's streaming on Peacock right now for $1.99 if you're a new subscriber. All right. So the random topic this week is the controversy that erupted after Jay-Z likened being called a capitalist to being called a nigger. Yeah, and I use the hard ER because that's what he's saying. Apparently, Jay-Z in an interview said, like, look, he has no problem with being, making all this money and he's not planning on stopping, and he cleared the pathway for people like Rihanna who did it even sooner than him and everything else. But then he says he doesn't quote. They started inventing words like capitalists. We've been called niggers and monkeys and shit. I don't care what y'all come up with. Y'all got to come up with stronger words. So basically, he's like, look, every time black people make it, white people come up with these terms to try to like drag them down. So people got pissed because they don't like people who make money anymore. That's a thing. So Tiara, you're a part of this this young crew of people who hate billionaires, right? Tell us why Jay-Z's wrong. And I'm gonna have Micah defend Jay-Z.
So I didn't know that this was like a huge thing that had happened over the weekend.
Apparently.
Look. How do I inject nuance into this? I don't sound like I'm caping for Jay-Z. So they invented the word capitalist. I'm like, that was the part that made me go, what? And that made me go, like my Hotep senses started tingling because I was like, this feels very Hotep-y.
Yeah. It does.
At the same time, I'm not necessarily a fan of like, because I did read that. I think it was the Root or Yahoo, whatever link you sent, captured some people's tweets about like how he should be afraid of whatever. And I'm like, Jay-Z made his money the way he did, possibly illegally. But the way that we think about capitalism when it comes to someone like Jay-Z is not the same way I think about capitalism for someone like Jeff Bezos or a Bill Gates. And that's where the nuance lies. Like, I do think he has a point when it comes to people suddenly getting up in arms about billionaires, especially black billionaires, because it's not like there are a lot of us. And the way that you make money, at least here in America, tradition did not extend to us. So I kind of feel his frustration there too. So I guess what I'm saying is I can see both sides, which I know I'm probably not supposed to speak.
You're definitely not supposed to. Terrence, what are your thoughts? Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. Like, I don't know. I don't count Jay-Z or Rihanna as part of the eat the rich type of thing, because it's not like they're like an Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or even
Sure.
So.
Terrence, what are your thoughts?
Capitalist, a wealthy person who uses his money to invest in trade and industry for profit in accordance with the principles of capitalism. They didn't just make that up last year.
No, they did not.
And Jay-Z's 52 years old. I figured he would know that by now. But yeah, he's a capitalist. He is. Like, if I was in an interview and they were like, some people would call you a capitalist, I'd be like, that is correct. If I were him. Like, yes, I am. It's silly to me. I understand some people, like the super far left, are crazy with the eat the rich shit. He made his money. He's a billionaire. He gives back to causes he feels like he needs to give back to. That's fine. But at the end of the day, he is a capitalist. Now, yeah, we haven't been privy to that ever. But we're seeing more and more people of color, billionaires every year. It's not a bad thing. Like, if I had the opportunity, if I had the means, I would 100% be a capitalist. I would just give back and not just hoard all of it for myself.
Right.
That's it. Like, it's like, I don't. It was very strange.
Mike agreed to disagree.
Like, nigga, if you're a billionaire, like, you don't need all that money, though. And once you become
like
a billionaire,
dragon. I'm like a dragon, bro. I need to sleep on that shit.
Yeah, well, like, here's the thing. Once you become a billionaire, like, your money is just making money hand over fist. That's how the capitalist system works. That's just how it works. So, like, yeah, it's fine, Jay. Like, it's fine. Like, when I heard him say that, I'm like, because I heard the interview. It was in a Twitter Spaces or some shit like that, and I heard the sound clip of it, and I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, Jeff Bezos they don't call him a monkey. Like, just because like, that's stupid. That's dumb. Like, read a dictionary. But you're, like, super intelligent, and you should know better.
You shouldn't be comparing. Calling you a capitalist is not the same thing as calling you a nigger. That's not.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard that nigga say.
Like,
yo. And he ain't the bright dude, yo. Like, and that's right. Just dumb, yo. Look, I understand the mentality that people have. Like, there shouldn't be billionaires, right? Like, there shouldn't be billionaires. Like, that's ridiculous, right? Like, people, you can't even count to 1 billion, right? Like, it would take too long, right? Like, you gotta at least count by fives, right? Like, it just, that's too much, right? There shouldn't be billionaires. And if there are billionaires, I don't even mind that they're billionaires. I mind that billionaires don't pay their fair share in taxes. That's my thing. Yeah. You could make all the money you can make all the money you want. Just pay your fair share in taxes because you live in the society in which you made that money. The whole capitalist is a pejorative now. Like, okay, but like not to the level that like nigger is. Like, come on, yo. Like,
no, it's not.
that is ridiculous. I understand the mentality of people who are like, well, there shouldn't be capitalists and well, black billionaires won't like lift us from, won't give us black liberation. I don't think it's necessarily their job to do so. I think if you have that kind of money, you should give, to charities and things that would make the world a better place, not like build rockets, like to go to space on your own terms, right? Like, but yeah, I just don't. This is the super left stuff that the super left, like the super socialism stuff that is fine on paper, but in practice, I just don't see it happening. And maybe that's just my lack of faith in humanity. Like, it's not in humans' nature to if I bust my ass to do something, I expect to be paid for it. And look, this is my ignorant view of socialism, right? Like I don't know what that shit is anymore. right? All I know is
Most people
socialism.
don't. Most people don't.
Right, but they're not like me and willing to admit it, right? Like I'm a dumb nigga. I don't know what that shit is, right?
The word is capitalist. You're a dumb capitalist.
I'm a dumb capitalist.
This is how we're gonna get around YouTube's like cursing issues. Just call each other capitalists.
If I bust my ass to do something, I expect to be paid handsomely for it, and I don't necessarily think that it's like you all are working on a group project, and the person who ain't doing nothing gets the same grade as the person who put in the most work.
I hated that shit.
Like that's my simple Simon view of socialism, and that's not fair to me. Now that's not to say that like capitalism is, where it's at, right? Capitalism is literally making money off the backs of other people. That has roots in slavery, right? So I'm not saying that capitalism is the answer. I'm saying that Jay-Z played the game. He played the same game that literally everyone who has a job is trying to play. And he won. And and some people get, some people start further along in the game. Some people start with advantages. Some people start with disadvantages. But he is one of the people that won. Tyler Perry is a person that won the fucking game. Like Oprah won the game. And I just don't, and I don't see anything wrong with playing the game that we are in and excelling at it. The real issue is changing the game. And I don't know how you do that. Everyone says, oh, well, socialism. Oh, well, this, that, and the other. Look, I believe in in the social safety net. That's why I pay my fair share in taxes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just don't understand this like hyper progressive view of like nobody should work and nobody should make money. And, I even get quiet quitting. I even get that, right? Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's it. I get that. What I don't get is people who don't do what they're supposed to do, but get mad about it. And there's a lot more of you out there than I think you're willing to admit.
Yeah, what's the saying? Don't get upset at the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. Right? Like,
yeah, man.
It's a great quote. So here's the thing. Terrence read the definition of a capitalist, but I think for this conversation, I think it's also important to read the definition of capitalism, which is an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industries are controlled by private owners for profit rather than by the state. Like Micah said, you're mad that they played this game that we're all playing and they won.
Right.
This is a business, right? TMP Studios, that is the business over top of this show, is trying to make profit. And I'm not giving it to the state outside of paying taxes. That's a bit, you can call me a capitalist if you want. It doesn't offend me because I live in a capitalist society. That's stupid. Now, if you want to change the economic system of this country, that's perfectly fine to advocate for that. But what you cannot do is get mad at people for doing an honest day's work, right? Or running a business. Like I hear arguments of owning property, now being a landlord is somehow not a business. Yes, it is. You just don't like that you have to pay rent. Grow up.
And look,
well, also Jay,
and there's nuance to that, right? Like, there's nuance to that, right?
Yeah,
like,
you shouldn't be a fucking slumlord.
Don't be a dick, right? Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not a profits over people guy. Hell no.
No, but you shouldn't like the idea.
If you are a landlord, you are officially a part of the problem.
Right, of course. And we should just be giving away houses. We should just give away houses.
Yeah. and also the fact that y'all value money to survive tells me
at all.
You're not ready for the revolution. I say this as me, a person who, wants to be more financially comfortable.
Yeah.
And trying to get hers, that all of y'all can all of y'all cannot want to prosper.
Only you can.
Only I can, and I'm going to make sure I have my peach Prada bag and the other types of Prada bags, and
purple Prada. Look, I mean, but this is the issue. I hear a lot of these sort of pipe dreamish views of what the world could look like, and a lot of it, I would love for that to be true. But you go to war with the team that you have, right? Like, doesn't mean you don't try to change things. It doesn't mean that you don't push for more economic, like I said, like the economic safety net and stuff like that. Look, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, retirement fund, like federal retirement funds and things like that. Those are all socialism. We all look. The military is socialism, right? You take your taxes. We then go train people to do a job. Like, we spread that around. We house them. We feed them. That's all a level of socialism. That's fine. I have no problem with that. And I think we need more of it to make sure that society doesn't collapse the second you retire or you can't work. But I'm also old enough and reasonable enough to look at the fact that there are 2,000 billionaires in the United States and 15 of them are black. Not 50, 15. Most of them, you know their names because you buy their products. Okay? So this idea of, like, Jay-Z didn't change. Like, you can like or dislike what Jay-Z said, but he didn't change. You changed. Because while you were buying his albums, while you were saying, like, hell yeah, I like Fenty and all this other stuff, and you were buying those things, you were making those people billions of dollars.
While you were listening to his song, saying that is his goal,
right? Right.
I saw a lot of you at the Jay-Z Beyonce concert.
I was there
before time.
Right. Like, knock it off. So, like, this idea of like, Jay-Z has abandoned us. No, he didn't. He told you exactly what he wanted to do. I believe it was on the Blueprint 3, he was like, fuck it, I want $1 billion. Like, because he had like $500 million. Well, guess what? He made it. Like, he already told you what he wanted to do. This dude sold drugs, brought in $100,000, saved $100,000, and then changed that shit over into like making music. He did something that the American dream is, right? Of like pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. He did that shit. Tyler Perry did that shit. Like, look, you could say, well, there shouldn't be any billionaires because, they're profiting off the backs of people. Yeah, that's what the society is, dude. It is. Yeah. It is. You go to work, somebody owns your fucking business, and you work.
And
I feel like someone's going to bring this up,
saying
like
that
Tyler Perry. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead, Micah.
Again, nobody's saying that like these businesses are all like
perfect
above board. But and we are not advocating for them to do underhanded shit. Right. But at the same time, like, we're not. Again, if you want to change the game, figure out how to change the game. I will cheer for you, but you got a long road to hoe. And so yeah, I'm sorry, TR. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, like, if you want to change the game, there is a thing that you can do. I know it's not the most popular thing, but you can vote for people who believe in the societal changes that you want to see. We've said that on this podcast a lot. I feel like somebody's going to mention this in like a YouTube comment or whatever, but Tyler Perry is famous for not really getting behind his actors, like being unionized and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you guys are right that he did play the game and win. And also, Jade, like the fact that you said that 15 billionaires are black is exactly why I'm not a fan of when people, especially on the super far left, try to apply the Eat the Billionaires thing to black people. Because if anyone was going to play, yeah, exactly, we just got here. So why we gotta get about money? Right. And also, my next question is like
none. Seriously though, there's not even that many black billionaires who you quite literally don't know their names. Like, and we're like, oh, you made it? No, fuck that. Give up all your money now, nigga. Come on.
So, and so there are other couple points. Like, so one, I think I don't know. Jay-Z should have never done this interview. But he doesn't really need the publicity either way. He'll be fine. But people were coming for him and Beyonce years ago once they made it past a certain level and a certain level of wealth. And then people started saying like, well, Jay-Z, Beyonce are just Black capitalists who exploit the community. And I find that
how putting out albums that y'all buy, y'all buy them,
putting out Ivy Park, putting out Fenty and stuff like that.
It's also very hard. It's also very hard to become a billionaire only off of Black people, right? Like a whole lot of white people buy shit, yo. Like I get it. I get what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And my next question is for people who do have such a big issue with Jay-Z, Beyonce, Oprah, Tyler Perry, whatever, right? Is what exactly do you want them to do?
They don't want. Look. I'll tell you what the next step is. I want you to give me all your money. That's what they look. I'm not even trying to be like a complete asshole. A lot of it comes down to one very simple thing. Boom, jealousy, yo. That's it. That's it. You more worried about Jay-Z having $1 billion. They just barely over $1 billion. Or barely over $1 billion, right? These are the people who they round up to $1 billion, right? They're barely over $1 billion. You got more smoke for Jay-Z in the last week than I hear most people have smoke for fucking Bill Gates or Elon Musk on a regular basis. Like I'll drive it just fine. I only have one now. I only have one. I don't have two anymore. Because I noticed he was a capitalist, and I was like, all right, that's enough of that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, well, you know.
Hey, look.
I do what I have to do for my community.
I don't see people cancel the Amazon Prime subscriptions anytime soon.
No, they don't. They
don't like that 2-day delivery.
Yep.
And free and everything that else Prime gives you. Like,
and niggas ran out and got Tidal. Niggas ran out and got Tidal the second Jay-Z owned it. What happened? What happened?
So,
right. Shut the fuck up. Shit's ridiculous.
What exactly do you want them to do?
You want to be able to criticize somebody for making it, but you also want to enjoy all of the shit that they make while also not feeling like you are guilty in contributing to it. That's it. That's it. A lot of this shit is jealousy. It's also people who are very young who see the world in very black and white terms. Fine, you don't want to use Amazon, don't use Amazon. Oh, but I really like Whole Foods. No, you can't use that either. No, you're done. I hate all these capitalists. Man, look, did you see these new Nike Airs or whatever? Yeah, you live in a capitalist society. Everything that you buy and put on your body, you making your shoes? No, you're giving it to some $1 billion company. You are. It does. Look, it goes back to what Micah said earlier. It's not that they have money that's the fucking problem. It's that they don't pay their fucking taxes.
Yeah.
If they just, if you just paid your taxes, people would leave you the fuck alone. They'd leave you alone. I saw a clip of Elon Musk. He's like, my effective tax rate is 53%. No, it isn't, nigga. You're lying. No, it isn't. You're lying. You're lying. It's not.
He doesn't pay it.
He doesn't pay shit.
If it is. You know what's funny? Rihanna's worth $1.4 billion. You don't hear anyone talk shit about Rihanna because she keeps her mouth shut.
Yep.
Yeah, yo.
Kanye West is worth $1.8 billion. That nigga's a dickhead. So people keep coming to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like she's only 34 years old.
Yo, that's crazy. Wild. That's crazy.
That's wild.
No one says anything. Everyone loves Rihanna.
Yep. They do.
And all you had to do was invest in underwear for big people, for big dudes too. That's it. Just invest in underwear for everybody, including the big dudes.
Right. Everybody.
Yes.
That's what cracked the billion. She was like, I'm at 999 million. She was like, oh shit.
Hey, look, big dudes want to be sexy too, yo. Big dudes want to be sexy too.
There you go. What?
You seen them models? Come on, man.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Get your money. Look, I'm not mad at her. Look, she broke into, I mean, like, ironically, if you're mad at Rihanna for being a billionaire, again, the internet is where nuance goes to die. What you're also saying is, how dare a black woman, after I mean, arguably since Madam C.J. Walker getting into this particular industry to reap profits that have been basically ripped off of black people for years, right? Black women's beauty products have been, all of that shit has been funneled to white people for hundreds of years. Now you finally have a young black woman come in and shake the entire industry, and you're like, nah, but fuck her. See, this is the problem with letting nuance die. It's like, ridiculous.
She shook it up and then some. Listen, I will sit up here and be. This is not a sponsored ad by Fenty, even though they.
I mean, if they want to pay, that sounds awesome.
Because look, Savage Fenty, yes.
That's the underwear, or is that just the makeup? I don't know.
That's the underwear line.
Oh, okay.
Listen, Savage Fenty, like one of the best pieces of undergarments I've ever bought. And then the makeup brand.
I concur. I bought one for my wife. It is fucking. It looks amazing. So
fair enough. There you go.
It's like her brand is so transformative, from the concealer to the facial care products that I also own, and I'm gonna be buying some more of that. Her shit is good, and so I mean, I've seen some people on Twitter try to come for Rihanna, because after she hit the billionaire status, but it's like one or two people. But another person people come for, which I still don't understand why, is Oprah, for whatever reason. And I figure that, like, I don't know what she's done, but there are people who are still like, Oprah is too disconnected from the community because she's been rich for so long.
I mean, she's been a billionaire for like 30 years. She gave us Dr. Oz.
Yeah,
right.
That's something.
Wasn't the Dr. Oz thing like 20 years ago before he became?
No, but she put him on the map. She put Dr. Phil on the map too, and Rachel Ray. Like she put all that's how powerful Oprah is. She just looks at white people and is like, "You're gonna be rich.
You're the one."
Right. She's the kingmaker for white people, yo.
Yo, that's powerful as shit. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
She made her billions off the backs of white women everywhere, yo. Like
she kind of did.
Yeah.
Like she kind of did. Like you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it a little bit.
Such a good scam.
Look, hey, she worked her way up from nothing, basically.
Exploiting white trauma or whatever.
No, but she was like quite literally homeless when she was younger. So like, yeah, she's I don't know. I feel like I don't need to defend people who are billionaires and be like, no, don't hurt them. Like, no, fuck them. Just pay your taxes, right? Like,
yeah, that's it.
I don't need I think it is juvenile. This whole like eat the rich, bro. Look. A very good song by Aerosmith. Relax. You're not going to do shit, okay? What you want is these people to just pay their fucking fair share. That's it. That's all I want.
That's all I care about.
If you pay your fair share, people leave you alone. I don't understand if you got $200+ billion as Elon Musk. Why don't you just pay your taxes? Well, that's $1 billion. You have 200.
Right.
Who cares? If I have $200 and someone's like, can I have $1? I'd be like, here. For you to leave me alone forever? Here's $1 every year. I don't give a fuck. It's irrelevant. But they're so like money hungry. Now, I don't know what Jay-Z's tax status is or whatever. That doesn't seem to be a known thing. But if that guy was like, yeah, I don't pay no taxes, then I'd have a problem with that. Yeah. I would equally have a problem with that. But look, you want people out of your face? Pay your bills? Just go on about your business. That's it. More people would fuck with you. Like if Jay-Z was like, yeah, everybody should pay the taxes. That's how we move on and have a better society. More people would be apt to buy his next album. Like it doesn't hurt you. It helps you ultimately. So
yeah, I mean, I think either way, Jay-Z's not going to be hurt by this musically at all. But I do.
The second the next album comes out, they'll buy
it. It would be something if that tax status did come out and they're like, oh, we don't pay our taxes, but we do give money away to philanthropy. I'm like,
no, that's not the same.
Nope. That's not the same. That's not enough.
Yeah, it's a tax write-off. Yeah, no, that's some slick shit. No, I was not born last night. Knock it off. No, to me, the arguments generally lack a lot of nuance. Again, there are 15 billionaires that are black. 15 out of like 2,000. And most of them have become billionaires in the last 5 to 10 years, right?
Yeah, who are we looking at? Kanye West, Tyler Perry, Rihanna.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, like like
That's
a third of those 15 are entertainers, right? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like not
Jordan.
even like.
Isn't LeBron a billionaire now too?
I think he cracked it like a couple months ago.
I
So
saw
16.
something yesterday that The Rock is now a billionaire.
All right.
I
Well,
wouldn't
he
be
ain't on the
surprised.
list. He ain't on this list.
No, this was literally yesterday. Like he.
No,
he
I'm saying this is
promoted,
a list. This is a list of black billionaires. Like, I'm just being a dick. 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 No, but like,
it's gonna be Black Adam, sir. You better pay your
African American
respects.
Adam.
African American.
So look, I mean, like ultimately, yes, I think billionaires can easily be reined in quite simply by just saying you have to pay your taxes. Like there are no loopholes. Once you like it's like it's a game. Once you hit the 100th level, like nah, nigga, like that's automatic. We get whatever percentage, 29% or whatever, and that's fine. You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
There's like one thing I will, that they I think they do have a responsibility is to advocate for them to pay their fair share. If they're all about, they say what they're about.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
They should be advocating for that.
So what they should do? Just pull some of their money and help with fucking the what is that shit? The water crisis. And you want to get some goodwill back? Pull some of your billions of dollars and help with the water crisis in fucking Jackson.
Hey, guess what? I bet it wouldn't even take that many billions of dollars. To be honest,
I can't remember how much they said it would cost to get that infrastructure fixed because it's been fucked up for 30 years, for 50 years.
50 years, yeah.
I think I read $2 billion.
$2 billion?
Yeah, well, I mean,
come on,
that's
dude.
Two of them niggas, like,
right? Come on, dude.
Come on, five of y'all.
Yeah, just everybody put in
$50 million a piece.
Yeah,
fine.
You
got
get
it back.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Who's that dude? Who's that dude that who's that guy that paid the tuition for all those college students?
Oh, right? He's on this list.
Like that would probably be cheaper. Doing helping the water thing would be cheaper than that.
Would it?
And would help more people.
I'm pretty sure that's Michael. I think that's Michael Lee Chen. I think that's who he. I think that's him. No, but that dude was kind of a scumbag because like how he gave those kids money. Like he ain't really lose no money. Like he was trying to be slick too. That nigga ain't shit either. Like. Look, again, when people say billionaires are like not good people, I'm like, that's probably true in a lot of ways. Especially these guys who've made it through like financial holdings and shit. Yeah, of course. Of course. But yeah, I just need people to have a little bit more nuance in this.
That's it.
Like I'm not saying black billionaires should get a pass, but I think the lack of nuance of understanding that the system is literally set up so that these 15 people could never reach this goal. And they did anyway. I think that should say something about the system and that maybe, just maybe, those people shouldn't be held to the same standards as a guy who grew up where his family owned an emerald mine in South Africa. Just saying.
Right.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for us. We will be back next week for Honk for Jesus Save Your Soul. Again, you're going to want to see that. You can stream it on Peacock, and we'll be back to talk about Micah's religious awakening for, I don't know, an hour and a half. He's going to be making that exact face he's making right now the whole time.
I'm just not looking forward to religion.
Nah, you got it's not even about religion. This is just some scam shit. Like, really. Yeah.
Listen,
at the end of the day, it's just scammers.
If I had no morals, I would totally become a pastor or something like that.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%.
Honestly, like I was watching, I was like, that house.
If you had that's
I mean, them suits was fire.
That speaks very loudly to me. Like if I had no morals, I'd preach the word of
God. No, that's not what she said. What she was implying was for profit. for profit.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Yep.
Look, you think this helicopter? You think it's mine? Ah, Jesus bought that. Jesus bought it. Like, nigga, if you don't get your ass off the stage.
Jesus, look, I need the Lord to bless me with a jet and
a G6?
in a big house and a nice pool
Yeah.
and
Bugatti.
servants and
Yeah.
all of that.
He's like, don't I look favored by the Lord?
Nice Bugatti. Like this nigga. Oh my God.
What an asshole. All right. That's it for us. We will see you guys next week for Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. Later, guys.
Take it easy.
Bye.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.